For my husband's lunch today, I'm going to pack in this little salad that I whipped up. It's just cucumber, tomatoes, red onion with a little bit of balsamic vinegar and olive oil. For the fruit, I have this plum, I think. Maybe it's a nectarine, but mainly I got these because the outsides look really funny. Reminds me of like reptile skin or something, but either way, they taste really good and they're sweet. Lastly, I packed in some walnuts and a couple Oreos. And for the main portion, I'm doing some spaghetti. For the pasta sauce, it's pretty much shashuka, which I think I pronounced that right. I take those veggies minus the egg and place it into a blender, which then becomes your sauce. For the protein, I did some spicy garlic shrimp. And I get this question a lot, but I always make sure the bottom portion is nice and cool before I stack the top layer. Since most days I pack the lunch the day before and it's kept in the fridge until my husband takes it away in the morning. Now that the lunch is ready to go, I of course include a note for my husband.
Make my husband's lunch for work with me. I started off with some pistachios right in the middle there of his lunchbox. And then I started making him his very own charcuterie board to have at work, just because he really likes all this stuff, so I put some olives and cheese and meat and crackers there for him. I then hard-boiled some eggs and sliced them up. Then I put some of his favorite chips and a few pieces of dark chocolate, and that was his snack lunchbox. And now I started on his lunchbox, and I fried some rice and some chicken kebabs. I poured some honey garlic sauce and put some fresh parsley on top for him. And then I took some fresh fruit and put that in another container for him. And this is what it looked like when it was all done.
How I make my hubby's lunch, because he gets up fairly early, so it's technically breakfast. So I start off by boiling about a cup of water, that's a little bit more, and then you take 1.5 scoops of oatmeal, then you take two scoops of protein powder. Next you take 1.5 tablespoons of raw unfiltered honey. Now that your water is boiling, you're going to take it off the heat. So stop. Typically I would add bananas to this, but now you're just going to pour the water in. It's kind of hot, so hold up. Now you just need to mix and add water as needed. This is the final product. I'll run the edges with some cling wrap to make sure everything stays nice and secure. Add his car charger. I add 4 water bottles. I add 2 healthy snacks. I finally top it off with a note.
For my husband's lunch today, I'm going to start by packing in some watermelon. I had a pretty crazy weekend, so my voice is a little hoarse today, but I promise I'm not sick and I'm feeling fine. After I packed in the cut up watermelon, I'm going to make this cucumber sandwich. It's just rolled up deli meat and I put that in the middle, skewered them together with some toothpicks to make them into little sandwiches. Then I'm going to pack in some creamy buffalo sauce for dipping. And for the main portion, I have some leftover beef and cabbage runzas that I made. They're super delicious. They're basically like little beef pockets, and the recipe for that will be posted after this. So these ones that I packed in, I wanted to toast up so they could get nice and golden brown, but I left them in there for a tad bit too long. It's fine, they're still delicious, and now that everything's ready to go, I'm packing it all up and of course including a note for my husband.
Hi y'all, let's make some lunch for my husband. Tomorrow he's going to get some of my homemade Mediterranean pasta salad. He saw me making this video tonight and was so excited when he saw this is what he's getting tomorrow. And his other box he's going to get some trail mix, a sugar-free lime jello, and some grapes. I'm also going to pack him a little container of spinach artichoke dip. And for his breakfast in the morning, he's getting overnight oats. It's going to have oats, hemp hearts, chia seeds, some brown sugar, and cinnamon with a splash of vanilla. I'm going to stir that really, really fast. And I'm also going to pour in some vanilla almond milk. I promise the almond milk is still good. I just finished the carton, so that's why it was bubbling. And I'm just going to put that in the fridge overnight with some seal wrap. In the morning, he puts on his toppings. He likes fruit and yogurt on it. I'm going to pack that in his lunchbox with some Fritos for the spinach artichoke dip, a Fig Newton bar, a Kind bar, a water, and a sugar-free orangeade. Bye, y'all.
Make my husband's lunch for work with me. I started off by making him some chili, and I heated it up, and then I got some pita bread and stuffed it in there along with some freshly made rice. I then grabbed a chocolate-covered strawberry for his dessert and put some pretzels with hummus in there. I then added some cucumbers, and I made a ham and cheese sandwich with mayo and mustard and cut it into a little heart for him. I then put his favorite cookies in there just as a treat with some little toast and some avocado to dip that toast in. And then he always forgets to take his vitamins, so I always pack them in his lunch for him so he actually takes them. And this is what all his lunch looked like when it was done. And then I packed it up and I brought it with me in my car to bring it to him, and I packed him some spoons and forks. And then him and his employees needed coffee, so I picked that up for them. And this is me dropping it off to him. He was so excited and happy.
Hi y'all, let's make some lunch for my husband. Tomorrow he's going to get a simple egg salad sandwich. It's just going to have lettuce and egg salad on whole wheat bread. I'm going to put that in the box with a cosmic brownie. Every time I see cosmic brownies, it brings me back to my childhood. In the other box, he's going to get some watermelon, and I'm going to put some low sodium tahini on top. This is for all the people saying I'm trying to kill my husband with all the sodium I put in his lunches. And the container, he's going to get some red bell pepper hummus, and I am going to pack some pita chips in there as well, so he has something to dip that in. And then on the other side of the container, I'm going to pack some of my homemade trail mix. For breakfast in the morning, he's going to get a Chobani vanilla Greek yogurt parfait. It's just going to have yogurt, granola, raspberries, chia seeds, and hemp hearts. I had to go out of town tonight, so I don't have his lunchbox, so I'm just going to set all of this out so he can do it later with some snacks, a water, and an orangeade. Bye, y'all. Hi, y'all. Let's make some lunch for my husband. So tonight for dinner, I made Indian food for the first time ever, and it turned out surprisingly really good. So I had leftovers, and he's going to get the rest of those. I am starting off with some basmati rice, butter chicken, and I am going to put the garlic naan right in there. I already know that's going to trigger a bunch of people. I don't really care because he's going to be dipping it in the butter chicken anyways, so you can keep your comments to yourself. In the next container, I am packing a small amount of watermelon. At the beginning of the week, I usually go ahead and just cut up a huge watermelon, stick it in bags, and he takes that to work so his coworkers and him can share it. So that's why I'm only packing a small amount in his lunch bag. And then for breakfast in the morning, he's getting a bagel breakfast sandwich. It just has cinnamon raisin bagel, egg, cheese, and bacon. And then I am going to pack all of that in his lunch bag with a fruit punch Gatorade, cinnamon toast crunch bar, a Little Debbie birthday cake, some Gushers, and some apple cinnamon rice cakes. Bye, y'all.